You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Khloe and Lamar After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Khloe and Lamar After Show.
Hello, hello. Bing is for doing, and if you guys are tuning in, this is the AfterBuzz TV recap show for Khloe and Lamar, and today is the season finale. And before I get to introducing our lovely panel of hosts, I want to wish all the mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day. Yay! And in fact, we actually have a mother in the studio with us today. We'll get to her a little later, but just wanted to wish all the moms out there happy Mother's Day. And I also want to remind you guys to check us out on iTunes, rate us, tell your friends, tell your kids, your wife, your husband, everybody about AfterBuzz TV. You can watch us, you can listen to the podcast, and just keep that coming. And without further ado, I want to introduce my lovely co-hosts on the panel.
Hi, I'm Pamela Zapata. Follow me at Pamela Zapata on Twitter.
And I'm Adria Theoharides, and you guys can follow me at Adria Theo.
Hi, I'm Natasha Frakes, and you can follow me at Natasha Frakes on Twitter.
And I didn't introduce myself, but I'm Diona Vaughan, and you can follow me at GoToGirlTV on Twitter. And a special introduction to our guest for the day. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, Nat Frakes.
Who just happens to be Natasha's mother.
Yes, that is my lovely mother.
And the doggy.
And
that's
Twiggy.
my doggy, Twiggy.
Twiggy. All right, so so let's dig into the season finale of Khloe and Lamar. It was I don't know, it was cute. It was cute. It was loving. I think it's a great send-off for the show. I think right off at the top, we started to listen to Lamar finally dealing with his grief, finally dealing with his emotions. He's had a tough year. You know, he got traded with the teams. He lost his cousin, and then he witnessed a horrible, car accident. So we're finally getting to see a lot of that. Were you guys surprised to see a softer side of Lamar?
Yeah, it was definitely interesting to see him open up about that, like that's a very, very personal thing that happened to him, and obviously has some deep rooted issues and emotions surrounding that whole incident. I mean, first with his cousin and having he said that he had to make the decision to pull the plug, and then the next day witnessing a child be killed by a motorcycle.
It's crazy. Yeah.
That's a lot to deal with in a short amount of time. Mm-hmm. So to kind of see that side of him and actually hear him talk about it was very interesting and very revealing of the kind of person that he really is. There's a lot more to him than just the tall, funny, like playful basketball player, right?
Yeah.
He's got a lot more depth to him.
Yeah.
And through this whole season, Lamar's been a complete open book. He's kind of talked about his frustrations with his job, his career, and moving and stuff with Khloe. Like he really opens up, and it doesn't look fake. Like I think that you can hear the shaking in his voice when he was just talking, about the accident that he saw, and talking about his cousin. Like he's really opening up, and that's the conversation that you see with Khloe. Like it's real. It's not, just put on for the cameras.
Right.
So just seeing that, and it was just a nice close to the whole season, because from what he's been opening up about has been the stresses in his life. Mm-hmm. And this is also another stress, but this is just kind of him getting, his emotions out and his feelings out and how he's been dealing with things. And, he kind of was pulling away from Khloe for a bit. Yeah. So we thought that was how he was dealing with it. And now we see him, opening up and talking to Khloe about it. So it was nice to see that.
Yeah, it was really nice because it just like you said, it came across. It was very sincere. It was very genuine. And I think like this whole season of this show, it's been about loss for him, losing a team, losing a city, moving, the cousin, issues with his dad. So I think to see him finally dealing with it in a sincere way and have it be captured on camera, I thought that was really nice.
Yeah, even Khloe was a little shocked and surprised.
Yeah.
She's like, he's finally opening up to me, which, it's taken him a while to do, but it's nice that we finally saw it.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's definitely key, that we finally see him, rather than close off, which he has tended to do throughout the season, was when there's something bothering him, or if Khloe and him ever get into a disagreement or he's upset, he closes off and he leaves, or he just doesn't talk about it, and it puts a stress on their relationship.
Right.
Whereas now it's actually bringing them closer together, because rather than closing off, he's opening up.
Finally.
I know.
And then we also saw Lamar's second wife, Rob.
I know. Did anyone else catch that little boob grab there? When Rob first came in, he grabs Lamar's boob.
I love their relationship, and the fact that Rob is still there and just really, being a trooper, being there for his sister, being there for the both of them. I thought that was really cool that he was, still there, hanging in there, even though he has to get back to LA and for his home and all that kind of stuff. But like, I love their relationship. It's a great romance.
Rob is like really coming out as like a much he's coming off as a much better character in the past few episodes.
I agree.
Because not only do we see him as more of an independent person who's got his own thing going, but we also see him as a more selfless person by being there for Khloe and Lamar.
Yep.
And then now in this episode, he was showing like a very level-headed, common sense side, because he was the one who was playing a joke on Khloe, thinking there's no way she'll fall for it, by saying we had a family meeting and you were adopted, and she falls for it, and Rob's the one standing there being like, I can't even believe she fell for that, like, so we're seeing Rob being actually the more sensible one, which is a bit different, right?
Totally. Well, perfect time to bring up, the next part of the episode, which of course is that big rumor that was in all the tabloids. I know all you guys, I'm sure, read it. The fact that Kris Kardashian, she had an affair back when she was pregnant, or not, almost pregnant with Khloe. So the big rumor was that Khloe is not a Kardashian, and that was really hurtful for her to hear. And Kim calls her and says, "Oh my God, you're all over the internet. Check it out."
Of course, Kim. Yeah.
I feel like
I know. It's like,
like Kim doesn't need to rub it in. Like Khloe knows. We've heard it in previous episodes. It's just
I know.
Hearing that from
I'm
your
curious
sister.
though. What do you guys think? Do you think that it's all like this big ruse, or like, do you really think that they are not sure whether or not Khloe's a Kardashian? Like, that's a pretty ridiculous.
They're just trying to find something to talk about, something to write about. I mean,
major out there though.
Yeah, it was out there, but I don't think anyone believes it's true.
Well,
I don't think anyone in the family actually believes
Chris
that.
was crying.
Oh,
well, here's the deal.
Chris is always crying.
Let's talk about the sources. First of all, a couple of the sources were Robert Kardashian's two ex-wives both claimed that on his deathbed that he told them that Khloe was not his daughter.
Is that really something that he's going to reveal on his deathbed, though?
I don't know. I mean, and then that brings up the question: are these women in it for the money? Because it's the National Enquirer. Like, come on.
I mean, that's like a soap opera thing. When when somebody's dying, they're saying, "Tell like I love you." Like, they're not saying,
words.
"Tell Khloe that she's not really my daughter."
Exactly.
It's not like that's
and
not what
you have
happens.
to question, were these women paid? What was the motivation for the story to just come out of nowhere? Were they prompted for it? And then the second part of it is that Kris Kardashian wrote a book and she admitted that she did have an affair. So there might be some kind of truth to that.
But for what it's worth, though, I think that Rob Kardashian, the father, loved Khloe.
Absolutely.
From what we've seen, what we've heard, just about their dad and their family dynamic. And I don't think that even if he had known and he found out at that time that he was sick, I don't think that he would have said anything. He wouldn't want to leave like that. From what I know, being on an outsider.
On the genetic side, I'm curious. Do any of you guys know, was Robert Kardashian, was he a tall guy? Because That's the only thing that really makes Khloe stick out. Her sisters are all these tiny little things.
Yeah. Not only
and then
that,
she's like
but
this
she's taller,
very tall woman.
and she's always talked about it, even on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. She talked about how she doesn't look like any of her siblings. Her hair is curly. Her hair is actually naturally like blondish brown.
Yeah,
it's
light
lighter.
brown, yeah.
So she always stood out. You know,
she's got the very fair skin.
She's got fair skin. So I can kind of see where there might be some
I
kind of.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think he was taller, but like you never know. Sometimes like parents are average heights, and then they have basketball player sons. Like, I don't think that really matters.
But he was darker skinned too, wasn't he?
Well, he's Armenian. Yeah. So
I think it's a huge rumor. People just want to talk about things, and I'm happy she didn't do the DNA test because that would just confirm
it looks
that they
like
just
they
do
that she
whatever.
did, though.
Well, we never know. It looks
know.
like on scenes for the next, not next season, but scenes for the next for Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It sounds like they go there when it comes to the paternity test. So
it's like you don't want to know you want to know the unknown, but yet again you don't. And like I can see why, if that happened with me, like I don't know if I would want to know because my life would be shattered if, it wasn't my real dad, and I thought that this was my whole dad. So I see why she's hesitant and why she's scared.
Yeah.
I know. So I don't know if she actually goes through with it or if she. I don't know. The curiosity is definitely building there for her.
Right.
It's just crazy because it's like it seems like it's just this major dramatic like ploy that they're like setting up, but then at the same time when you really look at it, like what we were just talking about, it's like she is very different. And the fact is that Chris actually did have an affair during that time.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So who's the guy, and can we look at a picture of him and compare him to the picture of Khloe?
One guy, one time. I mean, I don't know.
There are also
if you're going off the dad looked mostly like Rob. I mean, Robert was the dad, and Rob. That's who he looked like. He wasn't incredibly a tall man. I mean, he was on the OJ trial, so we remember seeing him from that, but. I just think maybe siblings don't always look alike. I don't know if it's that.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
That's true.
I have a lot of friends, like one of their sisters, they just look completely different.
I look nothing like my sister. So.
Yeah.
But the other rumor was that, and I don't know if you guys know about this, the other rumor was that O.J. Simpson could potentially be her.
I
heard
that.
They put pictures of Khloe and O.J.
I think that's
star.
really far-fetched.
I mean, because they were saying that Chris had an affair with him as well.
She was just all over the place.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. So only time will tell. Only a paternity test will tell. We don't even know
and
if
I
that's
hope it's
happen.
not any kind of like, not malicious, but like, I hope it's not one of these things like, oh, just to push these shows. Like, leave it alone. Like, when people are gone, like, don't bring their names. I didn't. If you really legitimately think that is the situation, you want to clear someone's name, fine, then you take that risk. But don't do it just to be in the tabloids yourself talking about these women or whatever, because that is so tacky.
I know.
Robert died of cancer or something?
Yeah,
I mean,
cancer.
leave that alone, please.
Let his memory live. But
the thing about the DNA test, real quick, I think that it's great that the family like Kourtney and Kim and Rob, they're all not pushing Khloe to get the DNA test because they think that she's not their sister and that they don't share the same dad, that they're pushing it because they want her to have peace of mind because they believe that she really is 100% their sister, and I thought that was great.
That was sweet.
Yeah. None of them really have doubts.
Right, except
that'd be
her.
crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine knowing that your sister wasn't your sister. Like, how insane.
I know.
Yeah, especially after all those years.
How could you have doubts though? Like if you grew up with your
There's
sister,
mannerisms and personality
and
traits
you're all alike, and you would never ever, it wouldn't cross your mind that
Here's
it was
my thing.
true.
Would it change that much? I mean, I don't know of any knowledge of any of my parents stepping out, but if they did, I wouldn't even care. Like, my brother and my sister are my brother and sister regardless. Like, same thing with Khloe. Like, if Khloe was my sister and then I found out she had a different daddy, like, it's okay. Like, that is still my sister. That would always be. That's how I feel, but I don't know.
You know what? We have a mom in the room. I would love to hear a mom's perspective. What do you think, Mom? Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about that situation?
Well, I feel the same way. As once you brought up, it's no different in adoption. Once you have a child, from birth or whatever, they're your child because you've raised them, and that parent is your parent regardless of genetics.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think she should get a DNA test?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think she could No, she couldn't survive without it.
Yeah.
She may think that she can, but she can't. She'll be
peace of mind.
Oh, absolutely. It'll eat her up.
Yeah.
There's no, we can all store it away in the back of our mind somewhere, but it always comes back crawling in there, and you have to deal with it at some point.
Yeah.
So.
Well, speaking of DNA tests, I wonder if you can get a buy DNA test on Amazon.com.
I'm sure you can.
Do you think you could do that? Well, I just want to tell all you AfterBuzz TV fans that we have this great affiliate program with Amazon.com. And what we're asking you to do, if you normally make your purchases on Amazon, so you could be shopping for DNA tests or books or perfume or handbags, whatever it is you choose to buy, what we are asking is that you actually go onto the AfterBuzzTV.com website and you click on the Amazon affiliate banner and you make your purchases that way. And then what happens is we get nice little kickbacks, and it helps all of us here at the AfterBuzz Studios. It helps Ronnie, it helps me, it helps everybody, it keeps the lights on, all that kind of good stuff. So we would love for you to make your purchases through our Amazon affiliate program. All right, so back to the chatter.
I think she should, though, to get the peace of mind, get the DNA test.
I think so too. Yeah.
I feel like she'll eventually do it. And even though it wouldn't matter, you know, your mother's your mother, your brother's your brother, whatnot, you would still like to know who is your real
peace of mind.
Just to know, and even if it wasn't them, like, you'd like to meet them, just because it's always nice to know where you came from.
Right. And Malika actually made a really nice comment that I liked. She said to Khloe in the car, she said, you know what, no matter what, your dad is your dad. You grew up with him, he loved you, whether he's alive or whether he's dead.
Yeah.
That's something that no one can ever take away from you, like with or without a test. So I love that she had that kind of insight.
Malika always gives good advice.
Malika, what happened to you? Malika Hack was supposed to join us in the studio today, but I think she had a couple conflicts. But we love you anyway. We missed you. We wanted to have you here, but maybe you're here in spirit. So I think it's time for a little commercial. Want to do a little commercial real quick, and then we'll be right back.
Hey everybody, John Comerford here. I've got my Mad Men with me.
Kevin Undergaro.
Phil Svitek. For all you fans of Mad Men, we're your AfterBuzz TV hosts of Mad Men. Every Sunday, right after the show, 9:30, we're breaking down the episode.
You can also check us out on iTunes and YouTube the following morning.
We're going to get into the imagery, the symbolism, the structure. We give you all the information on Mad Men that the other podcasts out there don't.
Very insightful. You're going to love it. Check us out.
Please.
Hello, everybody. We are the LA Complex crew, and we are here with Andre Fuller from the LA Complex, who plays Caldrick King. And you can catch LA Complex every Tuesday night on the CW at 9 o'clock. After that, come to our AfterBuzz TV show where we do a recap of the LA Complex. We talk about Raquel, we talk about sex tapes, we talk about, relationships, and you can catch us live at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, AfterBuzzTV.com. If you can't catch us live, go ahead and swing over to YouTube the next day. You can rate, you can comment, watch us. iTunes, same thing, download, rate, comment, and we would love to hear your feedback, and we love to support, guys, so please, please, please support us and support the LA Complex. Buzz you later.
Guys, this is the AfterBuzz TV crew for The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Woo! Don't forget to tune in every Monday night at 8 p.m. to see
Adrian Barrow,
Diona Vaughan,
Susan Hahn,
Giselle Ugardi. Buzz you later.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
All right, we are back. This is the AfterBuzz recap for Khloe and Lamar, and as you guys know, not only is this the season finale, but apparently the show, it's not gone forever. They're saying that it's on hold, but I think to wrap everything up from this season, I think the overarching message, especially for this episode, which I really liked, is just love. Like, we saw so much, the lovey-dovey emotion between Khloe and Lamar, and I really think for the first time for me, I was just like, wow, okay, like, they're really, like, like, I was really feeling it. It felt genuine to me. It felt real. Not to say that it didn't before, but just there was something about this episode that really, like, I was like, okay.
I think it was nice because it kind of brought it full circle, because we did see a lot more of that at the beginning, and then there was just so much drama in the season that it kind of was taken away from that, and there was a little bit of tension between them. But then in this last episode, it was like they were both going through a bit of trouble in their own lives, Khloe with the DNA test, and Lamar just kind of dealing with this whole his cousin and all that conflict he was talking about. And it brought them together, and that's where we kind of saw the love between them. And it it leaves you wanting more. So I think it's really great that they did that, you know, because that's the reason that people started watching the show in the first place.
Right.
Was because, especially females, because they're just like, oh my God, that's what every girl wants, you know, is to be so in love.
Can you feel the love?
How sweet was it when she was on the talk and he sent her the
Oh my God.
Okay, yeah, we need to talk about that.
Oh my gosh, I would have died.
How about that is like the #1 most extravagant gift? I mean, obviously it wasn't a gift. Like,
well, it was a rental, yes.
But like that is a pretty large gesture.
Video and just like, I mean, he didn't have to do that, and it was just so sweet.
And Khloe like almost got ran over by it. That was pretty funny.
That was hilarious. I really like that too.
That would happen on the show. You know, the giraffe's there. It's probably standing back there, not doing anything forever. Yeah. And then right as soon as it goes on camera, it starts pooping and running everyone over. It's perfect.
That was a great gesture.
And
I
then
really like that. Yeah.
I just think the whole season, just as a recap, it's just, you know, a roller coaster ride of Khloe and Lamar's lives. And like, you know, the struggles and the ups and downs that they've gone through.
Right.
And how they've just prevailed and they're happier than ever.
I know.
And it's just, it's so rewarding and so envious of that. And like, I think everyone wants that. And they have that. And it's great.
I'm going to miss watching them. I mean, I know we'll see them on like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But I think I really loved their relationship. It's genuine. It's real. And something I would like to have one day.
Yeah.
But
the giraffe.
There it is.
Perfect timing.
So real quick, I want to go around. What were your favorite moments for the season?
For the season, wow.
Or do you have a favorite episode? Anything stands out to you that really, you know?
I felt this when we were watching this episode. I really love seeing the goofy side of Lamar. You know, just like in this episode when we saw him like just like kind of grooving on his own and just like it's nice to see people just happy with themselves.
Yeah.
You know, and just happy being by themselves or being with the one they love, and you know, apart from all the glamorous life that they lead, you know, and the money and the things, it's like just for them to see them in their own happiness with simple things. That I enjoyed that personally.
Adria, any favorite moments?
I just love Khloe's craziness and how she's always trying to please Lamar and excite Lamar and do fun things with him. And when they got the sex swing on the bed and it broke, literally like I died. Just stuff like that.
Yeah.
And how she just
I die.
Yeah, she just and like how she created that whole room for like a sex room and stuff. She just keyed her whole day to pleasing Lamar, making Lamar happy.
Yeah.
And I just love that. She's a great wife.
Yeah.
Pamela? Not a favorite episode in particular, but I just love their relationship. I mean, I feel like I watch a lot of reality TV, and their relationship seems like the most genuine, and you can just tell they're in love. And you know, all of these divorce rumors, I mean, they can come and go, but I feel like they're so strong, and I feel like that's something that's gonna last a while. And I'm so happy because people were like predicting that they were gonna get divorced in a couple months, and look, 2-3 years later, they're still together and they're still
hanging tough.
This just killed any divorce rumors. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
I think I don't have a particular episode, but I think I loved seeing the relationship between Lamar and Rob. Just the fact that like he had that kind of relationship with his brother-in-law, I just thought it was just something special, you know, just the fact that they have that kind of rapport, you know, I love that. Every time I see them together, it's just
fun. They're fun together.
Fun. I like it. It's cool. It's genuine. And, you know, it seems like they're just breaking things down and they're being real people.
Yep.
So, well, it's the end of the season, but we do have a little buzz and a little gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so one of the biggest pieces of news and gossip is this is on the front cover of In Touch magazine. Kris Jenner, basically everybody's saying, oh my God, is she good for her daughters? Is she bad for her daughters?
Momager.
The momager, because she had a big party in New York City celebrating the deal that they signed, the $40 million 3-year deal, and only one of her daughters showed up. Kourtney and Scott Disick were there. Apparently, Khloe was in and out, and then Kim, even though Kim was in New York, Kim didn't show up. So now the rumors are buzzing around, you know, is she good for her daughters? Is she bad? Is she looking out for the right things? And of course, we've discussed this, you know, the whole season with, you know, with Kris and, you know, how she's a momager and what comes first, being a mom or a manager. So that was one big rumor. And another, well, it's not a rumor, it's actually true, but Kourtney and Scott Disick, they're planning to wed in Mexico.
Right,
and of course, it's going to be televised on TV, on E. It is what it is. I mean, at this point,
I want to see it.
I mean, I think the fact that they've all signed their lives away to e-television, every little thing that they do, a doctor's visit, a trip to Whole Foods.
Everyone's going to watch it, I'm in the
everything.
First one.
Everything is just fair game for their lives. So,
well, in regards to the momager thing, I actually saw something today because it's Mother's Day, of course. So Kim Kardashian actually tweeted a picture of the cover of that magazine and said, "Happy Mother's Day, Kris Jenner. Just show you how much we love you," with a picture of that magazine.
Oh, that's funny.
So I'm pretty sure she was joking, and that just kind of kills the rumor right there.
Right,
like, obviously we love you. Like, this is how stupid this magazine is, you know?
Well,
so that one, I don't think, I mean, they're just saying that to kind of stir things up.
I think she's a great mom. I mean,
I think so too.
All of their careers. I mean, I
She's
feel like
keeping
people,
it in the family.
a lot of people don't give her enough credit. I don't think. I mean,
smart.
Look how
That's what you should do.
been.
Yeah.
I mean, she turned a sex video tape into like this huge empire, the Kardashian empire. And I feel like a lot of people don't give her that credit that she deserves.
Should that be
And also,
us ideas?
a sex type of
sex tape, like major brand.
Deanna's ready for her career to go to the next level. But listen, going off that, you're right. We can't, because we do sort of criticize Kris, not saying this group, but like people do criticize her.
Right.
However, if you think about it, there's been other reality shows that are families where one particular child will choose to remove themselves from a situation. The Osbournes had an older sister.
Right.
She never appeared. So the thing is, like, even though Kris is the weird momager that, you know, kind of exploits her kids in a way, they all have to be into it, is what I'm saying. Because that oldest Osbourne, we've never heard from her. I mean, we've seen her like once or twice.
We didn't even know she existed.
Yeah, Jack does his thing every once in a while, and we obviously see Kelly all the time. So, I mean, just a perspective that I kind of thought right there.
Good point, Ronnie. Good point.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Well, I think we've officially wrapped up Khloe and Lamar, and
so sad.
Well, keeping
no
up is
predictions.
coming up.
Well, yes. Well, yeah. Even though we're saying goodbye to Khloe and Lamar, we still have lots more Kardashians to check out with Keeping Up with Kardashians. Do we know when that
next
premieres?
Week, isn't
it? Does that premiere?
It's soon.
Already.
Yeah, I think it's right
already.
one
So
after another.
you guys tune in to Keeping Up with the Kardashians AfterBuzz show, where you're gonna hear more dish on the Kardashians.
It's the best. It's the best.
And Kris and everybody else. Thanks, guys. And once
Thanks
again,
for being here.
happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.